Welcome to Hypno Life with Dr. William Deihl and Dr. Jennifer Couldry.
Hey, good morning. Happy Saturday.
My goodness, I'm excited. Another Hypno Life. I'm Dr. William Deihl.
And I'm Dr. Jennifer Couldry from the Doc Hypnosis Wellness Center. You can find us at 602-314-1907.
Or just go to dochypnosis.com. Welcome, everybody. We're talking about memory.
Yes, we are. Wow.
All right, I'm not a singer. She is.
Andrew Lloyd Webber is somewhere going, wait, what?
Ouch. The cats are scratching at the walls now.
No, that's awful. But anyway, we pick on each other consistently, but that makes a good partnership and a good relationship, I think, if you can laugh and joke with each other. But today we are going to talk about memory, your brain, and aging.
You ever walk into a room and wonder, why am I here? Or you are asked a piece of information and you've said it 1,000 times and you just look blank and you can't recall it.
Right, or the word eludes you, right?
Yes.
It's like, what's his name? He was in that thing.
You forget someone's name 10 seconds after meeting them? I do that all the time.
Yeah, that
but
happens.
You know what? That's natural. It's normal. And we're going to talk about that today. So if you know some friends that are forgetful, we're going to give some ideas. Maybe they forgot to listen to the show. So please reach out to them now. Yeah. Do a reminder because we're going to talk about how the brain constantly is reorganizing information over and over and over again.
That's right. Memory retrieval slows slightly as you age, and stress and overload can impact your recall, right, more than age alone. So I think that we were talking about this earlier this morning, too, that most people think that memory loss equals decline.
And it's just reorganizing. Yeah. It's getting to know. You're slowing down a little bit, but
it's different. It's just wiring different, honestly. It's not necessarily slowing down, but in some ways, I see where you're going with that, but it's the brain is prioritizing meaning over detail as we age.
Yeah, no, it's just a little bit understanding, having the feelings, and it's actually a way to remembering things better is to put some emotion behind it or really connecting with it. I think you said there was a statistic that really we actually forget about 50% of what we learn within an hour and 70% of what we learn within 24 hours, unless we do repetition.
Right, unless you tie it to something else that has a deeper meaning, it's definitely harder to retain that information. And something too that I think we don't talk about enough is that sleep deprivation hurts your recall immediately. On episode 3 of Hypno Life, we discussed insomnia and sleep hygiene.
And if you haven't heard that, you can actually go to Spotify or Apple to listen to it, or go to soulechotherapy.com or dochypnosis.com. We actually have all the shows up there.
Yeah, we have the links available so you can catch up if you've missed some topics that you find interesting. Also, just one night of poor sleep can reduce memory performance by 30% the next day.
I won't be remembering about 30% of the show.
That's not how that works.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's not how it works. I forgot.
You forgot.
Sorry, someone had to do the joke. What can I say?
Oh, somebody come save me. No, I'm just kidding.
But it's also stress can play a big part. I remember, I was a young man at that time. I was actually cramming for finals. And back in the day, this will age me right here, that Domino's had 30 minutes or less or your pizza was free. Well, they came knocking on the door, and I answered it. It was like 45 minutes. They said, your pizza is free. They asked me my name, and I froze. I couldn't come up with it.
Yeah.
My mind was so focused on everything else, something I've said a million times, I wouldn't say it. I couldn't say it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Made the delivery man laugh.
It's like, you don't know your name. Well, we run into that too with hypnosis and with hypnotherapy. With street hypnosis in particular, one of the fun little things that you can do sometimes with folks if they're distracted and they're in a state of hypnosis is get them to forget their name. And then, of course, return the name to them. And it's not like you're really taking it, right? It's their own mind creating the scenario where that's possible. And I think a very good friend of yours, was it
Bob Faith?
Yeah,
Yes.
he says, if you can forget your name, you can forget the pain.
So that's a great test for individuals that maybe want to do hypnobirthing, or people that have had chronic pain. There's ways that we can help you learn how to control your pain with hypnosis. And that's actually another show that we did.
Yeah, we did do one on pain as well. So yeah, check them out and share with us. But if you'd like to call in and share any information or ask questions of us at any time during the show, you can reach out at 602-277-KFNX. The last three numbers are 5369, or toll free 866-536-1100.
You did that very well.
Thank you.
Going back to about sleep, we talked about 30% for a poor night's sleep, but without good quality of sleep. Sleep is when our memories are being built. So sleep is very important to help you reorganize, get things into place, and help you with organizing those thoughts. And one of the fascinating things, dementia and Alzheimer's usually have effect on your sleep. Mm-hmm. So we're going to be talking about some things today to help with memory, to help bring back some memories, maybe get a little what's called neuroplasticity. And neuroplasticity, one of the interesting facts that Dr. Couldry told me about was that back in the day, they actually thought the brain only had so many cells.
Oh yeah, only so many connections, right?
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. That it was finite. That was it. Once you hit a certain age, there weren't any more.
It's not true.
It's not true. That's beautiful. And scientists just recently discovered, I know there was a study about it, that neuroplasticity is lifelong. So the more new experiences you can give your brain, the more information and just art and music and just wonderful things that you enjoy, athleticism or nature.
Or connecting with people. We connected with some wonderful people yesterday, actually, for dinner last night. We had met with Mike and Aaron.
Yeah, from the Carter Mosier Group at Cambridge Properties. The reason that we're mentioning them is that we ran into them just rather spontaneously at a house showing. We like to look at houses just for fun.
Decorating ideas.
Yeah,
curtains.
Right?
No.
Well, anyway, yeah. Just, it's fun to look and see, and sometimes, if nothing else, you realize just how much you like your own place.
Yes, it strengthens things. But we met with them, and just by talking, learning new stories, how they live, what they do, their stories, actually helps our neuroplasticity. Yeah. Helps us make new connections, maybe bring up old memories. Yeah. All of those, when we spur those old memories, it actually helps us retain those memories longer. So realize there are so many things that you can do that are common everyday things that you can do that really stimulate that your mind, to stimulate and bring and build and forgo or keep away those memory problems.
Yeah, to help encourage your brain to keep growing and connecting, right? And how fun to meet new people.
Oh my God, it was a blast. We also, after the break, we're going to be talking about how hypnosis can help, but also what you do.
Yeah, how music can help, and whether it's actually avidly creating music or listening to music, both have just profound effects on memory, neuroplasticity, and just those connections that we want, right? We want to keep going.
Yeah, it's going to be super powerful. But with using your memories, once again, I'm just going to suggest with everybody to, tune in, because we want to talk about and give some great tools for individuals of what we can do to how to spur your memory, how to forego or even create more neuroplasticity. And neuroplasticity is basically growing those connections in your brain. This is Hypno Life. I am Dr. William Deihl.
And I'm Dr. Jennifer Couldry from Doc Hypnosis Wellness Center. You can reach us at 602-314-1907.
Or go to dochypnosis.com. You're listening to 1100 KFNX, the pulse of Arizona.
We'll be back in a few.
It's good. We're doing good. Yeah.
talking a bit, but hey, there's just so much to share.
There is
it's
so
hard
much.
to keep from hopping all over. But there was something really cool that I wanted to talk about. Where did it go? About how it's restructured. Like every time you bring one up.
Yeah, memories are recreated every time. Yes.
Yeah.
That's one of those interesting facts.
Yes, I thought that was cool. Is that here?
Yeah, it's
Here
in,
it is.
There it is.
Here it is. Each recall slightly changes the memory. Yeah. So these are the facts here. Okay.
Yeah.
And then this is how it helps. Just some quick
Awesome.
things. Okay. I'm just trying to separate it. I hope
That
that's
would be
okay
great.
to do it that
We're
way.
talking about what we're going to do after the next segment. There's so much
Yeah.
about memory that we want to talk about.
We don't want to forget.
We don't want to
sorry.
forget.
It's so bad. But yeah, we want to make sure that we give you guys really good, valuable information, and there's a lot out there.
It's one of those cognitive overloads because you can get overwhelmed with so much information. And that we want to give some good information. So we do our homework and make sure that what we give has research backing. We want to guide you to helping individuals get help. So we're going to have fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can call it like how hypnotherapy helps. We can call out this part with IENT
Yeah.
therapy here, and
Well,
then the scratch and sniff one
Yeah,
was also
100%.
really cool if you want for
Yeah,
two
100%.
therapy examples that you can speak to.
Yeah, 100%.
Is that cool? Okay.
Yeah, so we're going to be talking about therapy and working with Integral.
Working with what? Integral. Oh, integral eye movement.
Yes.
Okay. I thought you said working with ventricles, and I was like, what?
No, I'm working with. I'm sorry. I have a commercial in my ear, and I said I was listening and talking at the same time, and got my wires crossed.
That's okay.
Nothing new.
It's easy to do that. It is kind of. It's loud. Da, da, da.
Water.
No, there's a commercial about taxes. That reminds me, I need to contact them. Like,
Yes.
Me.
Love taxes.
That's a whole other animal entirely. But yes.
I work until June before I make money for myself. The government needs it.
Whatever.
Oh my goodness.
Good stuff. Hey, if you guys have any topics or
Ideas. Oh my God. Yeah.
specific things that you would like to know more about or hear more about in future episodes, please feel free to post and let us know, or just share information. You can send it to us through dochypnosis.com
Or IMS through Facebook or through
TikTok.
TikTok. Thank you.
Yeah, just share, because
Sharing is caring, guys.
we come
Oh,
every week for
working
you
on that.
guys. We come every week for you guys, like for real.
Welcome back. This is Hypno Life. I'm Dr. William Deihl.
And I am Dr. Jennifer Couldry from the Doc Hypnosis Wellness Center. You can reach us at 602-314-1907.
And just before the break, there's so much that we want to share.
It's true.
And we're like, oh my God, what do we need to talk about next? And we came up with this because this is fascinating, is that memory is not a recording. A lot of people think it's a filing cabinet that you
Right.
just pull
Yeah,
out
just,
and
where's my file for
start going through the files.
Joe's favorite food or something. Yeah.
Back in the day, I thought it was a Rolodex. All right. Oh, I'm aging myself again.
Hey, I'm sure some of our listeners remember Rolodexes. I mean, come on. Or the card catalog.
Oh my God, keeping business cards all in a nice little
Dewey
straight
Decimal
thing.
nightmares, but anyway.
But it's the memory is not a recording. It is constantly recreating the memory when you think about it last.
Right. It's being restructured as you bring it up.
And that's actually a huge part of hypnotherapy and clinical sound therapy, or what we do,
Yes.
is because if you cannot create the memory again the same way,
Right.
the emotions don't hit you the same
Yeah,
way.
it won't affect you the same way, right? That's particularly useful in regard to traumatic events, right? We often have clients contact us and say, can you please help me forget all of this? And it's like, no. Hypnosis does not work that way. We can't make you completely forget someone or an event.
Nor do you want to forget it.
Right.
You've learned valuable lessons from that.
We can, though. We can take some of the emotional charge
Oh my
out
God,
of
yeah.
it so that it's not making it impossible for you to function.
Well,
Right?
you were the very first person ever certified here in Phoenix, in Arizona, for IEMT.
Yeah, that's
And-
integral eye movement therapy.
Oh my God, it's very powerful. You want to explain what?
It is. I mean, just to briefly kind of skate on the surface of it, obviously there's a lot of study involved. It was created by Andy T. Austin. He is a counselor and a psychologist, I believe. But it's based on eye movement techniques and the way that we process memories. When we pull up a memory, we naturally will look a certain place, maybe up to the left, up to the right, down below. It just depends on the person, right? But usually when the mind pulls up that memory, it's used to looking in that location to access it. So if you can take that person to sort of bring that memory up and change where you are looking with your eyes while you're thinking about this memory, you can effectively change the way the brain reacts to that memory.
That's so cool.
It's hugely powerful.
Yeah, it's so powerful. It's so powerful, and it's really, that's what we're looking to do in our therapy settings to help. And in essence, by doing IEMT, you are working with neuroplasticity. You're working on growing new synapses to take you away from that emotional charge.
Oh, definitely. And we talk about stress too, right? And how stress can shrink your memory center, because chronic stress, it releases large amounts of cortisol, right? Which can reduce the size of the hippocampus, which is your brain's memory hub. So
Yeah, that's where everything goes through.
The more stress you're under, the harder it's going to be for you to recall important things, right? So that just just brings up very much how important it is to have those moments of relaxation, whether it be through hypnotherapy, through clinical sound therapy, through a walk in nature. Definitely take the time for yourself to recharge.
And this is true with memories, as true of any type of therapy or any type of rehab. Things do not heal in a stress state.
No, how can you? You're constantly, if your nervous system is just just totally overblown.
I thought she was going to hit the high note, but she didn't.
That's bad. If your nervous system is just completely on overload and all your circuits are sparking everywhere, how are you going to be able to intake any new information in any meaningful way? It's just not possible. So the first thing to do is to try to help yourself find some type of equilibrium, right? To be able to regulate.
And then from there, if you do want to start working on your memory and all that, just pick one thing at a time.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Everybody says we multitask. We don't.
Well, not well.
Well, in
We try.
actuality, we're jumping back and forth
Yeah.
between two things.
Yeah.
We're not multitasking in reality. We're focusing for a second, and focusing for a second,
Yeah.
focusing for a second.
Right.
So
And it gets exhausting.
it does. It taxes. So if we settle down just a little bit and focus that task for a short period of time, it literally will help, because I work with a lot of college students, because and my busy season for college students coming up, because finals are coming up in April and May. So definitely it's one of those things you can actually increase people's memory retention by 50% by doing proper memory hygiene. That's a new term. I just made that
memory
up.
hygiene.
Oh, we had sleep hygiene. I want to do memory hygiene.
Why not? It's important to keep your brain and your memories clean. Well, and I could talk about thoughts.
I'm sorry. I went someplace else for a second. Sorry about that. But
Hope.
really, there's a lot of different therapies that we can do. One of the things that we studied and started experimenting at Doc Hypnosis was olfactory or smell therapy.
This is cool.
And actually work with individuals to break them of a phobia by smelling a scratch and sniff.
Yeah, scratch and sniff stickers. You remember those?
Realize that smell is one of the strongest memory recalls that you can do. And here's a quick hint. If you have a smell of rosemary, it can actually stimulate the memory centers, and you can actually help recall certain memories.
Hey, there's a reason that a lot of the bubble baths on the market, or the bath salts, have things like eucalyptus and lavender and all these lovely fragrances, right? Because they encourage that feeling of relaxation. that openness, that just, yeah.
We did Aroma 360.
Oh, we did, yeah. We went to Aroma
Yep.
360 at the Biltmore. We did they had a big Bloom and Breathe event. But what was really cool about that, I think you were mentioning,
Yeah.
is that they've got all these scents in there. They're in these little bell kind of glass things.
And one is named Ritz-Carlton.
Yeah, they have Hilton. Not like, wait, what, the fragrance is hotel? I mean,
What's the
but-
fragrance? I love that. But in reality, those hotels want to anchor a good experience
Yes.
with the smells.
Yes.
So they actually put the same smell throughout all their locations.
Yeah.
So every time you come in, you have that familiar smell.
Right.
And those memories,
Hey,
good memories.
Exactly.
Come on back.
That's tied to memory. That's tied to relaxation, right? So then when you smell that again, because memory is, if your senses, your other senses bring up your memories, right? Which is why when you hear a piece of music, you think of that time when you first heard it, that lost love, or that fun camping
Or
trip,
a
or whatever.
perfume.
Yes, yeah.
Or maybe even a scent of a campfire if you
Right.
used to tell stories or roast
Yeah.
marshmallows. All those are ways that can stimulate that memory. And we're going to suggest smell away.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Well, take showers, but meaning that take some time to smell the roses.
Yes.
There is a good, that old phrase means a lot, taking time to smell the roses, because there's a lot of things that you can do to help stimulate that memory.
Yes.
And we are here, and we're going to, after the break, and we're going to be talking about music therapy as well as music,
Yes.
and how that stimulates so much.
There's a lot there tied to it, but also we know that emotions make memories stronger, right? So the more emotional an experience is, the more likely it is to stick with you, which of course is why sometimes traumatic experiences, they keep coming back.
Yeah, they stick with you. And once again, going back to what we talked about, how memories work, is if we go into that memory and all of a sudden we doing and talking to them, and this is a technique we use at Doc Hypnosis called PCW, Proactive Change Works.
Mm-hmm.
Someone's telling us a memory and we crack a joke or a thought. The next time they create the
Yeah.
memory, it doesn't go back the same way.
It interrupts it a little bit,
So
right?
we are there to start making tiny little shifts. It's not magic,
No.
but it's shifts.
New connections, right? Neuroplasticity.
Yes, a little bit
New
at a time.
connections. We often talk with our clients about how our brains are so creative and just wonderful that they can create all these doomsday scenarios. So if your brain can go spiral down into this just crazy destructive possibility, why can't it go the other way?
Yeah, I always say, everybody, what ifs down?
Yeah.
Oh, what if this happens? What if they what ifs up?
Yeah, what if everything's freaking great?
Yeah, what if everything works out?
Yeah. What if you meet some new people that you never knew before, and then you go have a great dinner
And realize that, my God, they're really cool people.
Yeah.
I think he was a professional dancer.
Yeah, that's fabulous.
this-
Yeah, one
oh
of the
my
guys
God.
he performed in New York, I'm just like, what?
And
Yeah,
I practice art called Ho'oponopono, and he's from Hawaii, so we started talking.
That was cool.
So a lot of great things can come with reconnecting, connecting with new people.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have to be a struggle. And if you are by yourself, ask a friend to come along, ask a relative to come along, start building
Oh my
those
gosh, yeah.
memories. We talked about that in an earlier episode too, is to start connecting with individuals.
Definitely.
This is Hypno Life. I'm Dr. William Deihl.
And I'm Dr. Jennifer Couldry from the Doc Hypnosis Wellness Center. You can reach us at 602-314-1907.
Or go to dochypnosis.com. You're listening to us on 1100 KFNX, the pulse of Arizona.
Come back in a few. That totally calls to mind too. For our folks online,
Yes,
this is
please.
incredibly relevant, right? That calls to mind all of the online communities that are out there. If you're not able to leave your home physically,
Get online.
Yeah, and that
Oh my
happens
God,
to a lot of
yes.
people, right? You can't, and my sister, bless her heart, toward the end of her life was not able to get around much at all, especially on her own. So having those connections with family or friends, or just online friends. There's a huge gaming community out there. During COVID, I survived a lot of that by my friends that played World of Warcraft, honestly. So, yeah. don't negate the importance of online friends too. Yeah. We should talk about that when we come back.
Well, yeah, start off with that, and then let's talk about
Music.
Because that's fascinating, some of the stuff that you told me about music and
gosh,
what
I
you
have
can
so
do.
many things.
Oh my God, you have a boatload of stuff.
I do. Where is it? Here it is. Where's that over there? Might get over there.
I do want to talk about 5 things you can do today.
Okay, what do we do that first?
As well. No.
Do that first.
Do that first?
Yes.
Okay.
Do that first.
I want to make sure we hit the music because
We will.
that's
Go ahead.
fascinating. That's some
awesome.
good stuff.
Yeah. There's so much there, you guys. I mean, any type of expression, whether it be movement through exercise or athleticism or through dance or yoga, all that, you know.
And I know we talk about doc hypnosis and we talk about soul ecotherapy, but if you're not in Arizona, we do it over the phone and the internet.
We
but
do virtual sessions worldwide.
you have some good individuals in your state that really understand it. Some hypnotherapists. If you want us to suggest somebody, contact us.
Let us know.
We have a network of individuals around the country, around the world,
Yeah.
that can be very helpful, maybe to connect with you, to make help you with the memory issues.
Somebody close, if you're looking for someone close, we can help you find them.
Oh yeah.
If you're looking for really cool conferences, there's a bunch out there too. There's going to be one in
Vegas
California
and
coming
then
up
California.
too. Yeah, Hypno LA is in
Oh
September.
my God, Hypno LA is going
That's
to
a
be
new
blast.
one, which I'm excited for. But yeah. Oh, sorry. Something
Sorry.
like fire. But yeah, there's like you mentioned, Hypno Thoughts in Las Vegas every July, which is one of the largest hypnosis
If not
conventions or
the
conferences
largest, I'm not too sure.
in the U.S. Attracts people from all over the world, which is fun too. And there's a lot. There's just a lot that you can learn. You don't have to be a hypnotherapist to go to that. Where they have people that focus on street hypnosis, on stage hypnosis, and on hypnotherapy, more clinical, what we kind of tend to.
It might be fun to actually do some stuff with people that do stage hypnosis, street hypnosis, comedy hypnosis, to have them on one of these days. It might be a fun thing to do.
Yeah.
You got excited.
Yeah, no, I think that's awesome. I mean, we know some folks, so my mind's going. You know how that works.
Oh my goodness. We have about 2 more minutes or 3 more minutes before we come on. There's a lot.
I know, I'm like, oh, but that's okay. I think we say this every week. We have so much to share.
We spend the whole week getting information.
We do. We try to get ready.
And it's so great because her
we
and
gotta
I
talk
will
about next week.
we'll talk about next week. We'll sit in the in our family room the day of or the night before, bouncing
Just going
ideas,
through ideas.
which way we should go, how
Sure.
should we do it, what
Yeah.
can we get this information out.
Yeah. And he is very, just kind of, he's like a butterfly. He's just all over
My
the place.
wings are spread,
He's
and
all-
I shall fly as high as I want to.
You are ridiculous. Stop it. But he's everywhere. That's just how his brain works. He's like, ooh, ooh, ooh. And mine is more structured. But I still get excited, just in a different way.
This is Hypno Life.
Hey,
Welcome back.
welcome back.
I'm Dr. William Deihl.
I'm Dr. Jennifer Couldry. We were just talking about how our brains work and how our brains work completely differently.
Yes. Yes, I'm more of a butterfly. Set me free.
I said he's a butterfly, but in the way that he's kind of like hopping from thing to thing all the time. Like he's, ooh, what's that? What's that? And I'm one of those people where I'm sort of like a bee. I know that sounds funny, but I've got a structure, right? I'm like, ooh, this information goes over here. This information goes over here.
She's always buzzing.
Yeah, I'm sting you for not listening. No.
But we're talking about memory, and just after the break, we talked, or during the break, she was talking about people connecting, and I was talking about people connecting. If you can't get out of your house, there are a lot of social media that you can get on.
Thank goodness for
support
the
groups,
internet,
Yeah. Even things that you can find on Facebook. Connect with them.
Yeah.
Those are going to help spur those memories. But I want to talk about some things that you can do today.
Okay.
Some 5 things, simple things. Slow down. All right? Slow down to remember.
I laugh because that was hard for me.
It is not a race to recall something.
Oh, yeah.
Don't put that pressure on you. Putting
No.
pressure on you, just like me at the front door with the pizza delivery person, that pressure was on to remember my name. I couldn't.
Yeah, and
So
don't
take your time.
don't be hard on yourself, right? I think we have people that say, oh, I've got a horrible memory. I've got a horrible memory. Well, if you keep telling yourself that, I mean, you're.
And actually, it's been proven scientifically by people talking negative about their memory, the memory gets worse.
Yeah.
So they call it that self-fulfilling prophecy.
Yeah.
Make sure you don't do that.
No, cut yourself some slack. Like, you don't have to remember everything instantly. And memories are tied to emotion and to meaning. So.
Also, use emotional anchors.
There you go.
And that, yeah, well, you
That was
segued
perfect.
it.
How did I do that?
You're so good. So it's a really emotional anchor. Put something to it. I always say, put it in your own words. When I was going through college and psychology, I was constantly putting things in my own words because that really helped me remember it, because I could attach meaning and emotion to my words instead of, well, the hippocampus is the memory center. No, I think of a memory bank, and I think of a computer. I think a whole bunch of different things.
I love it. Yeah, you're like, this is where all the stuff's going on.
Yeah, exactly.
This is important for all of these things.
We already talked about that. Improve your sleep quality.
Oh yeah, sleep is important, guys.
And
Gift yourself.
Clinical sound therapy, hypnotherapy are solid forms that help in with sleep. 50%. It helps with 90% of individuals that have gone through and go through will have some type of effect on an improvement of life with hypnosis or clinical sound therapy. Also, practice focus. Stop multitasking. Do one thing at a time.
Yeah.
And then train your brain, just not use it. So there's games that you can do.
Yeah.
You can go and listen to music. You can do,
Yes.
play games. You can have good conversations. But let's talk about music.
Yes, let's talk about music. He mentioned training your brain too, and
Change your life.
oh, right.
That's our slogan.
I know, right? Wait, that might make a difference. Yeah, there's a lot here that's very important with music. I'm just scratching the surface to share some of this information with you guys, but aging usually equals like a loss of efficiency. So music gives you increased connectivity, stimulation, and preservation, right? So music, it doesn't equal like slowing decline. What it does is actively reorganize your brain to stay functional longer. So music slows brain aging mechanistically in the following ways. Bear with me, I know this is like a lot of data dump, but it's important, right? Neuroplastic stimulation, so repeated structured input. So it rewires your neural circuits. Entrainment, right? Rhythm synchronizes neural oscillation, so it improves your timing and your coordination. A nice call out for that is that some music therapy has been used to help folks with stroke recovery, with Parkinson's gait training, dementia care, and cognitive rehabilitation, right? So in Parkinson's gait training in particular, you can have individuals where the brain, just because the signals are all just firing a little bit just more sporadically than ideally, right? As they're walking, they're not able to keep a consistent gait. And that can be very frustrating, I'm sure, to be able to maneuver, right? And risk of falling and all of that. Well, with music, with playing music, all of a sudden, these folks can walk with a regular pace.
Is that because of the rhythm that they're doing
it has
in the
to do
music?
with the rhythm. It also has to do with the different hemisphere of the brain firing. And because music lights up so many different areas all at the same time, part of the brain can help sort of pick up the slack, for lack of a better way to say it, right? To help you get what you need to be able to move in that way. And I know they've used singing with folks that are recovering from strokes who are having a hard time with speech after that.
Yeah,
but they can sing.
I did have a friend that was a professional singer. She was in the Jazz Hall of Fame here in Arizona, and she had dementia, and it was fascinating talking to her. She wouldn't remember who I was, or couldn't really hold a conversation, but she could actually do her musical sets, and they would play, and during the sets, she was lucid. She was able to focus and talk and recall things, recall my name and all this other stuff. It was fascinating that music is very powerful, and you can actually lock a lot of that in by using music and then using hypnosis.
Yeah, and also keep in mind that aging and the aging brain, right, it affects speed, but not intelligence, okay? So your processing speed might be a little bit slower, but you usually have a larger vocabulary and an increase in knowledge, often well into your 60s and beyond. So you can still continue learning, you can continue picking up new information and making new
Vocabulary
connections.
getting bigger, all that stuff.
All of it, right? In addition, it helps with dopamine, right? The reward system. It enhances learning and motivation, music does. And they've found benefits for this in regard to singing or performing music, as well as listening to it. So if you're not, if you're not musically inclined, like you don't play the piano or anything like that, that's okay. You can still get incredible benefit by going to an orchestra concert, by seeing live music, or even listening to it at home, right? If you, like you
Turn
mentioned,
on that radio, play it.
Man, jam out. I mean, that's why there's so many different kinds of music, right? So it also helps with network integration, simultaneous activation. Again, it prevents network isolation, which is a hallmark of aging. So stimulus is important. Give yourself something to riff on, right?
And it's a little bit at a time. It's never one thing. A lot of people are looking for that magic drug or that magic pill or something. And in our approach, how we approach it, we're not here to do hypnosis or clinical sound therapy. We're here to help you make a change.
Oh my gosh,
We're here to make you have a shift. So we'll do anything we can to help you make that shift, help you improve those memories, help you move to a better quality of life. And we could talk about, after the break, we'll talk a little bit about what hypnosis it does, but we'll also suggest something else. For memory, one of the things that can actually help with memory is just movement. By 10 to 20% improvement is movement. And I'm saying movement because we have this bad stigma about exercise.
Yeah. Okay, look,
But just movement. Go for a walk.
Yeah.
Get up
Instead
of parking at the very front of a parking lot. Park in the back.
Park a little further away, or make another trip around the grocery store. I know that sounds silly, but
Yeah, be in the air conditioning.
In Arizona, hide in the shade.
You don't want to melt.
Go to the mall. I mean, I do that. I'll go to the mall and just mall crawl, right? There's a reason they call it that, but just to walk around and have the visual stimulus, as well as the the auditory stimulus from everybody talking
and actually
around.
one of the other ways, I didn't put it in the top 5, but one of the other ways is to visualize. Actually see what you want. Start to put that picture in. Probably after a break, I'll give a couple ideas of how you two can use actually certain techniques for studying, because finals are coming up.
Oh,
And some of us have kids or grandkids that are coming up to that, so we wanted to make sure we give some good information. But
and one big thing too, like
please.
you mentioned like being kind to yourself, right? That's hugely important, and especially with any of those larger milestones where you're learning something and you have a big test coming up, or there's a big promotional thing happening at work or whatever, right? Cut yourself some slack, be kind to yourself, and know that no exam is more important than you. Like, it's just a test, it's just a grade, and it may feel really, really, stressful and have a lot of pressure, but it does not define your value as a person. And you can get a really crappy grade and still be a great person, and then turn it around. I've had a few
I know
classes.
people that got really good grades and they were a crappy person.
I've had a few classes that I've taken more than once, and you just pick up where you left off, and maybe it takes you a little bit longer to learn the thing, and that's okay.
And one thing before the break, we're going to talk. I want to talk about how to remember someone's name. So if you want to talk, remember someone's name, repeat their name back to them.
Yes.
And use their name at least 3 times.
3 times or more.
During the conversation.
Yeah,
It'll
and
help.
bring it up again, right?
And bring it up again.
For me, it helps if I tie them to a place where I met them.
Yes, picture, the last name is Spooner. Think of a spoon on his nose or her nose. Making a funny picture.
That's funny.
Harry Lorraine actually did a memory technique. He would remember hundreds of people's names by making funny pictures or mental images of individuals on their face.
And that's how he could remember them?
Yes.
That's funny. I love it.
This is Hypno Life. I'm Dr. William Deihl.
And I'm Dr. Jennifer Couldry from the Doc Hypnosis Wellness Center. You can reach us at 602-314-1907.
Or go to dochypnosis.com. You're listening to us on 1100 KFNX, the pulse of Arizona.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, there's
so much
stuff. Oh, you have your things.
Yeah, no, I
Did you get to say most of it?
No, not yet.
Okay.
That's why I said after I want to talk about breaks, 20-minute segments of,
It's okay. It's
a
fine.
little touch-up.
Yeah, a little bit. Sure, why not?
Just a little bit.
A little
not all of
bit.
it.
We could also talk about language
Yeah, we can do that.
if you want.
Yeah, you can do that.
Do your things first, and then you can tie it in if you want. But we'll talk about this in a little bit probably. But
Yes.
in case we don't, the folks online, you get more info.
You'll always get more info.
Yeah, we were.
Thank you for tuning in.
Yeah, thank you for joining us. We were talking about.
Like and share.
Yeah,
Please.
we were talking.
Follow.
Yes, thank you.
Follow.
Stop it.
I'm sorry.
We were talking about music, and then that led me to discuss the ways that I memorize some of the material from the operas that I'm in, which are often in a different language. And so being able to write out the language, write out the phonetic pronunciation so that, I know how it sounds, right? And then also write out the definition in English so that you can learn it that way and then know, of course, what you're singing. But I found for myself, obviously, I'm going to learn it a lot sooner if I know what it means. And then the language, like oftentimes I'll remember what it means in English first, because that's my first language. And then I can remember the Italian or the German or French. So that's just cool. But it talked about studying foreign languages is actually another way to light up all the different aspects of the brain. It's similar to music. It stimulates a lot of different areas all at once because you're thinking about rhythm, pronunciation, meaning, and all of that all together.
So I was reading while she was talking, so I was making sure the next segment I have all the
talking about language. You're
language.
fine.
I only know one language. She knows multiple parts. All right, I know words. That's it. A lot of cuss words.
I know enough German
And how to ask for the bathroom. Two things I know.
That's very important. How to say help and then where's the bathroom.
The most important things in words.
And beer. How to say beer.
I don't even drink. Why am I asking for beer?
I want to know how to say it.
Okay, gotcha.
I love it. Oh man, stop. Give me that.
My pen. My pen.
Give it away. Unless you're going to use it, give it away. I'm over here playing with the paperclip. It doesn't make noise though. Yeah, I mean, we talked about those already.
Yes. We're coming back.
Yeah. Yay! Hooray!
Welcome back. Welcome back. This is Hypno Life. I'm Dr. William Deihl.
I'm Dr. Jennifer Couldry, and we're happy to see you. We're from Doc Hypnosis Wellness Center.
You picturing everybody out there?
I am. I'm very visual, so I can see you all waving at me.
and that's one of those things that a lot of people, and this is not even on our paperwork, but people remember things by different ways.
Yes.
Jennifer's very visual.
I'm super visual.
And auditory because she's a singer. Myself, I'm visual but kinesthetic. I like to do things with my hands. So understanding how you learn things can actually help you remember things even better.
Definitely.
So I realize we all have a certain code we can follow on how to crack and do it. Let's talk about some of the things I found fascinating. That in hypnosis, working with individuals, teaching them proper test taking, we can actually help individuals get improve their test scores by 50%.
That's incredible.
And that's fantastic because simple, just taking a 20-minute segments. A lot of times back in the day, what did we do? We would cram
right all night long
and try to do it all night. But it's better if we do 20 minutes, take a break, 20 minutes, take a break, 20 minutes, take a break, because our minds work of just what's the first thing and last thing we remember.
Right.
So all of a sudden we can remember more things.
I have a funny story. If
Oh my God, please, tell I like funny stories.
This is just, it's so totally silly, but I remember in one of my music history classes with Dr. Oldani at Arizona State University, who I absolutely adore, there was one of our exams during like midterms, and he would sometimes have essay questions. And because I'm visual, right, I didn't remember, this is so bad, I'm like admitting to this on the air, but I didn't remember the answer to the question.
Blackmail.
I know, right? I didn't remember the answer to the question. However, I remembered exactly what he was wearing on the day that we talked about the topic, including his tie. Completely ridiculous. But so I wrote in the essay question, I don't remember, but I remember that you wore this tie with this stripe pattern and da-da-da. And Dr. Oldani, bless his heart, actually gave me partial credit.
Well, that might be something used against him.
No, I think I got like 5 out of 15. I mean, it's not going to get me an A, but I was happy for the 5 points.
The neat thing is with hypnosis, about 80% of people actually, experience some type of improvement. If it's from reduction of anxiety and stress on recalling memories, because that's going to block the memory coming out in the first place, or improvement of memories. And that's what we're trying to do, is improve individuals' memories. There's we use a tone at the office. I use it 40 hertz.
Oh, yeah.
And 40 hertz doesn't mean you turn 40 and it hurts. There's moments
that's
that
true.
It's true, but it's 40 beats a second.
It's the frequency, yeah.
And that frequency has been shown to help, brain flowing, and it's actually used for treatments for Alzheimer's and dementia.
Mm-hmm. There's a study.
Because it's a study, and they actually use it, and they've seen improvements by doing it several times a day.
I wish I remember the name of the gentleman who did it, but if you look on YouTube and you look up 40 hertz and I believe it's dementia study, you can find it out there.
He did a TED Talk on it.
He did a TED Talk on it, yes.
Yeah, and we use it, and it helps some individuals get into a nice, relaxed state to do it. So once again, we're not here to just do one thing. We're here to help you make a shift, help you make a change, and give you good information that you can go away and start doing stuff like slowing down, doing some emotional anchors, improving sleep quality, practice focus. All those things will help you go a little bit better.
And I'll add in there, be kind to yourself.
Yes.
Man, we are our own worst critics sometimes.
One of the nice things that we're talking during the break, but also Jennifer found out that learning a new language can be very beneficial.
Yes, learning a foreign language, right? We were talking about this because we were talking about how when I learn something for an opera that's in a different language, I need to go through and I will take the lyrics and I'll write them all out. I will write the different language, whether it's Italian, German, whatever it is, French. I did some in Czech, and that was fascinating. So you write the
I like
language.
to check that out.
Oh man! So you.
Sorry.
I apologize for him. So you write the language out, and then under that you write the phonetic pronunciation, because of course some words are different than our English words, and then under that you write the definition, and by doing that. You are reinforcing all those different elements, right, in learning it, and that helps with memory, and it also helps with understanding, of course, what it means when you're singing it. I mean, why do it if you don't know what you're doing, right?
Well, that would be anchoring some type of emotion to it.
Exactly, yeah, exactly, right? Yeah, there's a whole field of doing emotion, focus, choice, and all that too, but yes, you tie the emotion to it, you tie the meaning to it. And then, of course, it means much more when you learn music. I find for myself, I will memorize the English meaning of something, and probably the melody, before I get the words. Before the words will come for me. So the words tend to be the last thing that sticks, which is interesting.
That's
fascinating.
fascinating.
Yeah. The English definition first, the music, the melody, and then the words.
Wow.
Yeah.
with hypnosis, going back to what I went off on a sidetrack, but we help reduce the mental noise. There's a lot of noise that we go through, putting expectations on ourselves. We also increase the focus, because that's really, a lot of hypnosis is called fixation, and it can help from smells to sounds to feelings. We also strengthen their neural pathways, where you can connect and keep that connection longer, and then improve recall speed. And really putting pressure on you trying to recall something fast, unless you're in a competition, it's not a competition. We're just here to enjoy ourselves.
Oh my gosh, yeah. And I think with clinical sound therapy too, where we can really highlight the benefits of that is in the nervous system regulation, and getting yourself to finally take a breath. Right? Seriously.
Yes.
And the vibration and the frequency speaks to your body before the words can kind of come and get in your system, for lack of a better way to describe it. I can have clients who are just wound up, and I feel so bad for them. It's almost like they're just vibrating. They just cannot relax. And if I can get you to come into the studio and take a deep breath, and just for an hour get your system to calm down enough that you feel better, mission accomplished, right?
100%. You realize that you're talking about an hour, but that hour can expand to a lifetime.
Oh yeah, it stays with you.
It stays with you. It gives your mind, saying, oh, I can get there, I can stay there, and I can have a change in life.
Exactly. It reminds your nervous system what it's like to not be on overload or high alert all the time.
Yeah, I've had high performers in my chair, executives, literally breaking down and crying because they've never felt relaxation like that before.
That breaks my heart.
And that tells me, okay, you're under a lot of stress, you might have been going through burnout or other things, but we're here to help you make a shift and do and have a change in life.
Yeah, I've had a lady who came in, several different clients who've come in who've had a hard time getting to a point where they could relax at all. And then once they did find it, just for a brief second, they shock themselves out of it because they're afraid they can't stay there. It's like, oh no, and it's like, oh gosh, what that teaches you though is that you can go there. You can relax because you did, even if it was just for a brief moment, and we can get you back there and get it to a point where it's something that you can recall when you need it.
And we keep on talking about relaxing because relaxation is a huge part of helping you remember things. It's, stress is a memory killer, and we talked about that earlier in this show. Also, stress is a big confidence killer, and next week we're going to be talking about the confidence code. So next week, that's going to be
Come
fun.
back next week, confidence, boom.
I like our name for it, confidence code.
Yes, we'll give you the code.
Yeah, we're going to give you
you.
some code on that. But just in closing, if you are having memory problems, if you're struggling, or you're worried about it, reach out. We're here to answer your questions. Even if you don't want to work with us, totally fine. Let us be a resource for you, because there's a lot of great people out there. Let us guide you to someone that can really help and make a change in your life. Change your mind, change your life.
Train your mind, change your life. Yeah. It's the truth.
This is Hypno Life. I'm Dr. William Deihl.
And I'm Dr. Jennifer Couldry from the Doc Hypnosis Wellness Center. You can reach us at 602-314-1907.
Or go to dochypnosis.com. You're listening to us on 1100 KFNX, the Pulse of Arizona.
Thank you for joining us.